One of the most important and least understood parts of parenting coordination is family violence screening. Many parents are surprised when the first meeting is not about schedules, school issues, or holiday disputes. Instead, the parenting coordinator starts asking questions about family history, conflict, safety concerns, and power imbalances. Parents often wonder, why are we talking about this?
Let's be honest. A lot of people probably find this uncomfortable. They think they're signing up to resolve parenting disputes, and suddenly they're being asked personal questions about family violence and safety concerns. Why?
Because parenting coordinators have important screening responsibilities. Before helping parents resolve disputes, we need to determine whether parenting coordination is appropriate and, if it is, how the process should be structured. Not every separated family experiences conflict in the same way. Safety matters, power imbalances matter. The process needs to be designed with those realities in mind.
I can imagine a parent thinking, great, this feels like an investigation. Are you trying to figure out who's the good parent and who's the bad parent?
No, that's actually the opposite of what screening is intended to accomplish. The purpose is not to identify villains. The purpose is to understand the dynamics affecting the family. For example, can both parents safely participate? Are there communication barriers? Are there power imbalances? Does the process need special safeguards? These questions help us design a process that is fair and effective.
When people hear the term family violence, they often think only about physical violence. Is that what you're looking for?
Family violence can take many forms. Physical violence is one example, but screening may also involve discussion of fear, intimidation, coercive behavior, control, threats, and other issues that can affect decision-making and participation. The purpose is to understand whether there are circumstances that might affect the safety or effectiveness of the process.
A question many listeners will be asking is, what happens if somebody tells you something concerning? Does parenting coordination stop immediately?
Not necessarily. The purpose of screening is to gather information, not jump to conclusions. Sometimes the information assists in structuring the process. Sometimes additional safeguards are necessary. Sometimes the concerns are significant enough that parenting coordination may not be appropriate. Every situation is different. The important thing is that concerns are identified and assessed.
Why do parenting coordinators often meet with parents separately at the beginning?
Separate meetings allow people to speak more candidly. Parents may feel uncomfortable discussing safety concerns, family violence issues, or vulnerabilities in front of the other parent. Separate intake meetings create an opportunity for those conversations to occur. It's one of the reasons screening often happens before the parents begin participating together.
Now, this is where people get nervous. If I tell you something in screening, does the other parent automatically get to see it?
Generally speaking, screening information is treated differently than many other parenting coordination communications. That's because effective screening requires people to speak openly about concerns. Parents often assume that either everything is confidential or nothing is confidential. The reality is more nuanced. The confidentiality rules relating to screening are one of the reasons that the participation agreement distinguishes screening communications from ordinary parenting coordination communications.
Many people probably think intake is simply paperwork before the real work starts. Is that how you see it?
Not at all. Screening is one of the most important parts of the entire process. A well-designed parenting coordination process starts with understanding the particular family's needs, risks, and challenges. In many ways, screening helps determine how the entire file will be managed.
Can you give an example?
Imagine two families. One family has frequent disagreements about scheduling but no significant safety concerns. Another family has serious communication difficulties and a history of intimidation. Those cases may require very different process structures. Without screening, the parenting coordinator may miss important information needed to manage the matter appropriately.
Once intake is finished, are you done screening?
No, that's another important misconception. Family circumstances change. New information sometimes emerges. The parenting coordinator continues assessing suitability, participation, and safety concerns throughout the appointment. Screening is an ongoing responsibility.
Some listeners may think, none of this applies to me. Why should every parent pay attention to this section of the agreement?
Because screening isn't about blame. It's about creating a process that works. Even where there are no safety concerns, understanding the purpose of screening helps parents appreciate why the parenting coordinator asks certain questions and why those questions matter.
So today's takeaway is that family violence screening isn't a side issue. It's actually one of the foundations of the parenting coordination process.
Exactly. Before we can help parents resolve disputes, we need to understand whether the process is appropriate and how it should be structured. That's what screening is designed to accomplish.
Next, we're going to tackle one of the most misunderstood areas of the roster's parenting coordination agreement: confidentiality. Can you send a private email to your parenting coordinator? Is anything confidential? And who owns the parenting coordinator's file?